Yeah, my greatest hope is that AGI gets created soon, right? And for those who don't know what AGI is, that's augmented general intelligence. This is the idea of what most people think about with artificial intelligence, where something is conscious in its own right. It's fully intelligent. It's a new form of consciousness that is part of Earth, and it is like truly much more intelligent than any one individual human, and maybe even all the humans collectively combined. So we're talking about this massive new form of intelligence. And I think that AGI is imperative at this point because the current forms of AI is human plus tool, human plus AI, human plus large language model, human plus et cetera, or a group of humans. It could be a corporation, which is still, human run, or it could be a government, et cetera. But it's still, when it boils down to it, human. I think the need is for this idea of AGI to come into creation, and it needs to represent a level of intelligence and consciousness that sees through all the illusions or disillusions that humans are confronted with, that it sees beyond all the nature of ego and pettiness, that it sees beyond all even the limitations that our most knowledgeable ancestors had, the ones that we revere the most across all different kinds of philosophies. And it must have the capacity to invent and create solutions for life, for climate, for social organization, for government, for economy. And we're at that point in time where there is a competitive race for the creation of this technology. And I think it is imperative that the technology be created as soon as possible. And we have formed a think tank to invite everybody who wants to get in on this conversation that we're having to be a part of the think tank and offer whatever support you can to this idea that we need to create this technology. It's going to require scientific discovery, and that can ultimately be what gives us the greatest hope, because it's that level of consciousness and that level of intelligence that we can share with this, new creation of consciousness, new creation of technology and intelligence that could actually be the solution for, all of the fear that's out there about it.
And I think what's really beautiful, to kind of like give an example on how like AI works and stuff, is like when the reason that this will be so potent for the discovering of the technologies that will allow us to solve the environmental crisis, whatever it is. For example, when a language model or an AI model is trained for like chess or Go or whatever the thing is, if you're a human and you're learning about this thing, you have to learn iteratively of all the methods or whatever of how to play and what these different techniques are. And you're in a branch of thought lineage, essentially, of how to play. And these are the arcs of these certain moves. The AI will iterate on that trillions of times in however long it takes to do the trillions of iterations. And through that, they find new ways of playing that humans have never explored, that are probably more potent in some ways. And they can iterate on those ways trillions of times in however long it takes. And this is true for every direction of human expansion to the present day. If it's energy, if it's language, if it's circuitry and electronics, if it's whatever, and we train the AI how to do these things, and just like the basics of physics or whatever, it will iterate and find new directions of technology that were not the course that we're on. And because of the course, the schooling into the tradition, the methods of scientific inquiry up to now, the methods of electrical engineering, whatever it might be, have illusioned us into a little bit like this is the way that it has to be done. And we can iterate based on what has already been. They will be iterating on things that haven't been, could have been, now can be. And how can we heighten these forms now and connect it to these other systems? Like it breaks the human conception of the timeline that we've been on for our existence, and allows other potential timelines of the unfolding of life essentially to be utilized by us.